Hey guys, and welcome back with Kat. In today's episode, I take you through on how to make the perfect lamb chops. And let me tell you, I'm very much looking forward to today's dish because it is so good and very basic, very simple. But let me tell you, the technique is what matters most. And for me, I love a lamb that has a crispy outer layer, but in the middle, it's just so buttery and so smooth, it kind of just melts in your mouth. So if that's something that interests you, I encourage you to continue watching on. Now, this is part of my series this week as I'm sharing with you all the several different dishes, whether it's side items or maybe even a dessert, but all to help you stay on track for the holiday season if you are on the carnivore diet like myself. So let me show you how I do it. If you guys wanted another stupid easy recipe, this is surely it. Now, my first step here with my lamb chops is I'm gonna let it rest in room temperature for about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna set that on the clock before I do anything else. All right, so since you last saw it, this house became even more of a mess. So there's just tons of balloons and we're not done yet. So I've got a lot of work to do. As you can see, cuteness and cuddles surely find a way to keep me entertained. All right, back to it. So now that it's been 30 minutes, I am just pat drying my lamb chop so that way it can absorb any of the excess liquid that's come from it. These happy little guys are gonna now be dusted with salt. I really love my Redmond's real salt, but I'm just gonna lather this thing up on all sides. Now, add as little or as much as you want, but I love mine super salty. And speaking of love, I'm also in love with butter. So we're gonna need 3 tablespoons of this so that way it can melt on our iron skillet. So I'm gonna set this to a medium-high temperature and let that pan get really hot. So in goes my chops. These babies are just gonna have a nice little sear for about 3 minutes. Now I'm clocking this for 3 minutes on each side. It's really important that we let these sit at room temperature because that'll allow for an even cooking experience for both chops. Now I'm adding in my hot butter so that way it can add an even better crust, a nice juicy interior, but I can also absorb all of that butter into this flavoring for a spectacular lamb chop meal. So not only am I doing the top and bottom, but again, I am allowing enough time for this to sear on all sides of my lamb. And that even includes the bones, because let me tell you, the bone marrow from this is delicious and it's something that I look forward to. So now that it's all done on our sears, I am just adding foil to cover on top, just in a loose tint, because you want this to rest. Give it a break before you dive into it. And we're gonna give it roughly 10 minutes for it to sit. So as we sit and wait, I am just contemplating what in the world are we gonna do for 10 minutes. I am starving here, but you know what? Stay tuned for one moment. Hey guys, it's Kat. I am having so much fun releasing these videos and I hope you are enjoying them too. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. All right, back to the video. All right, we've waited long enough and I am ready to look at these sexy beasts. This is beauty, this is grace, this is a delicious taste. And you guys, I'm so anxious to get into it. So let's hop into our taste test. All right guys, and there we have it, our beautiful lamb chops. And I'm telling you, I'm so anxious to try it out. So let's go ahead and cut this bad boy up. With just butter and salt, this makes the perfect seasoning for your lamb chops. Or if you want to take it up a notch, add some compound butter onto it, like I did with mine. And if you want to know how to make your compound butter, I've got a nice little recipe for you to follow along. And you guys, that's it. It's super simple. I really hope that you guys take away something from this video. And if you've never had lamb before, don't be nervous about it at all. I actually had my first piece of lamb a couple of weeks ago, and my goodness, that just completely changed my world. And so I'm not exaggerating at all, I promise. I love me some steak, and I actually ended up loving this way more than I do steak. So I recommend you trying it out. Make it a special occasion, or maybe you are fortunate enough to have this in your daily rotation. Nonetheless, it's still something to look forward to, and I cannot wait to dive into the rest of these chops. All right, guys, that's everything from me. I really appreciate you sticking with me in another video, and stay tuned for tomorrow because I've got another one for you. All right, you guys take care, and I will see you tomorrow.